March 2019. There we are. It was there, and here we are now. So I'm so excited. That's when it started, March 2019, and here we are a year later, year and a half later. So yeah.
Wow. I just want to, just for those of you who just tuned in, I just want you to know that we are talking live with Miss Tina Cook. She is poetic healer
Yes.
and she is out of Atlanta, Georgia. She's a motivational speaker and a brand new published author. And she's just telling us this evening how it all started last year, 2019. There's her brand new book. What's the title of the book again, Tina?
I poured into myself. Yeah,
Yes, and you did.
poured into myself.
And you, how long did it take you to write the book, Tina?
It really didn't take me very long, a couple months. What I decided to do was I wanted to do poetry, but I just didn't want a book of poetry. So I took three of my best pieces that I really love and I created short stories for each poetry piece.
Oh, okay.
So I thought that'd be unique as a poet to do something like that. So it took me a couple months. I already had the poetry pieces, so that was easy. I didn't really think I was a writer, but when I got into these stories and started creating them, it was so much fun. And next thing I know, I was finished. So a couple
Yeah.
months. Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
That anointing just took over and you just rolled it on
I'm
out.
telling you, I just took over. My last story, I literally sat in a coffee shop and wrote the second of it because I have to admit I kind of had writer's block and I just was stuck. I was busy running around and I said, I'm gonna go to the coffee shop. I'm not leaving until I finish. And I probably was there all day, all night, but I finished. And as I was just typing and getting into it, it felt so great. So yes, it's awesome.
Wow. That title, I poured into
Hmm.
myself.
Hmm.
That just came naturally for you because that's what you do, isn't
You
it?
know what's crazy is I wrote the book first and
Hmm.
I was working with my publisher and she said, "Don't worry about the title. It's going to come to you at the end." So I said, "Okay." So I turned everything in and toward the end I was sitting at home one day and I was thinking about Tea with Tina and I was thinking about what it stands for and what I wanted to represent in the world. And next thing I know, I just said it out loud. I said, I poured into myself. And the illustration on the cover definitely helped me come up with the title because as I was looking at the teacup and I'll be able to share that with you guys today. And when I was just watching and looking at that teacup pouring into the woman, and I said, I poured into myself. That's it.
That's
Yeah.
exactly what you did. And that's a
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Bless.
awesome. You
Thank
know,
you.
when you say you got stuck and you had like a writer's block like that,
Mhm.
how long did that last?
You know, Not very long. I would pick it up. I would in the beginning I tried to write faithfully like a couple times a week. But
Mhm,
just due to my work schedule and life, sometimes that didn't happen.
mhm.
And sometimes I would lose the inspiration. I would know the storyline, because I would know kind of where to go, but I just couldn't quite get the words. So sometimes meditation would help. Sometimes I would go for a walk or listen to music. So, and that would give me inspiration. Yeah. And then in doubt, when that doesn't work, when your publisher give you a call and say, okay, so, time is ticking. You got to get ready. Oh,
Yeah,
you do it. So, yeah.
she kind of put that fire underneath you and kind of
Yeah.
nudge you on. Yeah,
It was a nice nudge.
a nice fire.
I started the process like a year ahead of time and basically told her, by this time next year, I want to be done.
Hmm.
So I knew I had a time frame. So I think that's why I didn't really stress about it. And sometimes when I did, she would just remind me, you're fine. You at your pace. This is your time frame. You're gonna be fine. So yeah, it was good.
Yay, yay. So that's about okay, that's all the part about that book. But
Mhm.
you also, as far as the poetic healer, you have
Mhm.
a page that you go live and you call it
Yes.
Tea with Tina. Tell us about
Mhm.
that.
So, Tea with Tina originally was just going to all be about the tea parties, our signature tea, which is now called Serenity, and then
Mhm.
our cupcakes. And we would just meet monthly and have our tea parties and get dressed up and just fellowship and have a great time. And then COVID came.
Yeah.
So I quickly had to pivot because all of my activities were typically in person. So I
Mhm.
quickly had to shift and figure out how I was going to stay connected to my followers. And with the help of a wonderful marketing rep and just her bringing to life my ideas, I've been able to stay very visible. So Tea with Tina now has something that's called Move with Tina, where we're mindful in nature and go out and we walk twice a week, about 15 to 30 minutes. And I typically do that on Instagram Live so the viewers can see where I'm walking. Sometimes the viewers will come on and they'll share their where they're at, their scenes. And I've seen everything from waterfalls to parks. I mean, they get into it and show me and share. So Move with Tina was only supposed to be like a 5-day challenge. Then it turned into a 30-day challenge. And then at the end of the 30 days, the viewers were like, so when are we gonna do it again? And my marketing rep was like, so I guess Mondays and Wednesdays. I was like, oh, really? Every Monday, Wednesday? She's like, I think you should do it. And they love it and I love it. And it gives me an opportunity to be in front of the followers. So I love that.
Mhm.
Another way I came to life on Instagram was on every Friday, we do like a social distance. Again, I had to adapt to the
Mhm.
quarantine.
Yeah.
So we do a 30-minute social distancing quarantine party. We come together, we sit down drink tea or your favorite beverage or water. And then I typically do a poetry piece and then I always add something mindful in. We'll do like a mindful activity. So those are some of the ways that I try to stay visible on Instagram. And then every fourth Sunday is our exclusive Tea with Tina party where we come together for an hour, we fellowship, we have our tea, and I typically have a poetry piece in some sort of dialogue or platform that we follow for that hour that we talk about. So we just had one and we talked about self-care awareness because September was self-care awareness month. So those are some ways that I stay visible now with Tea with Tina. And we're shifting. All of the parties are online. We're getting really creative because we want the tea to be able to get to the followers. So we're preparing for that for October. So that's Tea with Tina
That is
in
so
a
wonderful.
nutshell.
Yes. So what flavors of tea do you have?
So I gotta show you.
Oh my God.
So this, let me get
Yeah,
right
there
there.
you go. Right
So
there.
Tea with Tina,
Serenity tea.
Serenity, yes.
Yes.
So this is a really relaxing, calming tea. It's
Mhm.
really good if you have anxiety, if you're just really stressed, or if you just want to mellow out. This tea is for you. So some of the things that's in the tea is lavender flowers, butter pea flowers, rose
Mm.
hip, and of course you got those lavender flowers there. Okay, and it's all keeps you very calm, and I love the color of it. So it comes out and it's typically a dark purple. But what's cool about it is if you ever decide that you want to make it lighter, there's a
Mhm.
trick. And all you have to do is add a little lemon juice, and that's going to lighten it up. But if you steep it for about 3 to 5 minutes, if you stick with the 5 minutes, it's going to be darker. If you go for the 3 to 4 minutes, it'll be a lighter version. But I play around with it. I make it light. Sometimes it's dark, but it's a really soothing tea. People will ask me, was it going to make me go to sleep? Do I only need to drink it at night? I drink it in the morning. I drink it at night. It just gives me a very mellow, relaxed, vibe. So you can drink it anytime. Yep.
Good for stress, huh?
Yes, it's very good for stress. And what I really like about it is because I know that with the quarantine and everything that's been going on, we need something like this that's going to help us
Yeah,
relax. So,
we really do.
what better way than to have tea? And I've learned so much about tea because I previously, before Tea with Tina, I was never really a tea drinker.
Hmm.
And as I connected with the tea shop here in Atlanta, they were like, your name is Tea with Tina, right? And I was like, yeah, I was like, yeah. They were like, that's cute, but you're gonna need to know about tea. So they've been teaching me so much. I love them to death, and I'm so excited to be partnering with them. And they help me name the tea. They help package it and everything. So shout out to them, like Jahida Tea.
Woo!
They're awesome. Yes, off
What's the
Moreland
name of that company?
Avenue, Jahida Tea.
Eda Tea.
Jahida Shea Tea. They are lovely. You got to follow them. They're Black owned. They're wonderful. Right now, they're only doing curbside and I think drive through, but they're wonderful. So,
Wow. And what's that address again for them?
it's 749 Moreland Avenue.
Okay.
Mhm.
Moreland Avenue. I know that area. Is that like near the Bankhead area or something?
Yes, I
Moreland?
think so. I
Okay,
think so.
yeah.
If I'm not
Yeah. I
mistaken. Yeah.
remember that. That is so wonderful. You are really on it, Tina. I'm so proud
Thank
of you.
you. Thank
You're
you.
doing
Thank
the networking and oh, that's a lot of work. And aside from being a beautiful mother,
you.
how do you do it all?
Well, I exercise a lot. So that's my therapy. I like to exercise. I like to be outside. And one thing I learned during the early parts of the quarantine was to really just be be one with myself. So I do
Mhm.
a lot of meditation, prayer. I definitely write, I write poetry, but really for me, it exercising and having quiet time is what gets me through.
It
Yes.
gets you through whenever you can. Yeah.
hmm hmm
And so you have two boys. Look at
Yes,
you. Woo
I do. And they're very protective, by the way. Let's put that out there. They're very protective. HC is my oldest, he's 19. And then Jonathan is 12. Yeah.
Oh, and that's the one he likes to cook, huh? Your
He
youngest?
loves to cook and he's already into giving back and serving, which I know he gets that from myself and from his
Yeah.
dad as well. That project was a project he did for sickle cell patients last year. So, yeah.
Yeah. I remember.
They're
I
awesome
remember.
kids, the quarantine and having to be inside and living life very differently has been a lot for them, and it's definitely been stressful at times. But when in doubt, we laugh, we listen to music.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't quite gotten HC to the tea yet, but Jonathan, he's all about the tea. I have several other teas that I purchased from the tea shop too that I just like for myself.
Hmm.
So yeah, we spend a lot of time together, and we've just gotten accustomed to being together more now.
Yes.
Um, but we had a lot of experiences that we wouldn't have had.
I
So we're
know.
very thankful, for the
Yeah.
time. So
The
yeah.
corona was bad in one way, but it had some good outcomes.
Yes, it
It had,
has. I mean, Tea with Tina has grown and blossomed during the COVID.
yeah.
So yeah. So
And the podcast show was birthed through the
see,
COVID.
look at that. See what I'm
Yes,
saying?
it was.
There's been
Yes,
some
it
really good things, and I'm thankful. And it doesn't take away from any stress or any hardships that others have gone through. Because I've had
yeah.
my stressful moments too, but I'm very thankful for the things that have gone
And we've
in
lost,
favor.
we lost a lot of loved ones. So, we
Yes,
don't want to overlook that. We
we
just want to
don't.
let everybody know we're still standing with you in prayer, and
We
our
are.
condolences goes out to everyone who have lost someone during
Yes,
this time. Yes,
definitely for sure.
sure.
hmm
And Tina, now
hmm
I know your early years. I mean, you attended Lambeth, right?
Yes, I went to Lambeth University in Jackson, Tennessee.
Yes.
Yes.
What was your major?
My bachelor's degree is in psychology with a minor in sociology.
Woo,
Yeah. And then
awesome.
I have a master's in community counseling. So Lots of mental health. Yes.
That's why you can be so mindful. I love when you use that term, you know.
It helps. It definitely helps. And, mental health is very important. And I believe, especially in our Black community, sometimes it hasn't been as important. But I'm
Mhm.
so proud of all the leaps and bounds that we've made. And now I see my sisters and I see my brothers, and they are taking care of their mental health. And, they're not afraid of therapy. They're not afraid of meditation. They're not afraid to tap into their emotions. So it's a blessing. Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. And um, just give us some of that professional, just a little nugget, if you don't mind, to
Yes,
share.
of course. So, a lot of times, and I can speak from personal experience. When you have a lot of emotions inside and you don't know how to express that, it can come out as stress. It can come out as anger.
Mhm.
Sometimes people will avoid. And what was my biggest thing, especially in the past, and I've overcome it so much, is I had a nice little mask on. So
Yeah.
I used to tell people, I was the young woman that was walking around and really operating through everybody else. So I'll give you an example. I always thought, well, if people say I'm nice and I should do this and I should do that, I'll do it.
Mhm.
But doing that, I didn't have my own voice. I didn't really know who I was. So over the years, especially, working in mental health, I've seen that in other people. Either they didn't know who they were or they did and they weren't living that. And it just caused a lot of stress. So I tell people, be mindful. And they'll say, well, what's that? What's mindfulness? And I said, it's real simple. Get still, be still, get quiet so you can hear your own voice. But
Mhm.
really, mindfulness is all about being in the present moment. It's about your breath, breathing in and out, and being mindful of that, being mindful of where you can notice that breath the most. Do you notice it when you're inhaling? Do you notice when you're exhaling? And being in that moment. And people say, well, I can't do that. I don't know how to shut the noise out. And I was like, trust me, when I first started meditating, and someone said, oh, yeah, try to meditate for 30 minutes. I set the timer, and after about 3 minutes, I was like, this is stupid. I can't, this is too long. But I didn't know how to shut my mind off.
Off, yeah.
It was just always thinking about everything I had to do. So now my slogan is you can be mindful for 3 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, your choice.
Gotcha. Well, I
Your
can do
choice.
the 3 minutes pretty well. But
Yeah.
after 3 minutes, then all that noise starts coming back.
You know what? I have practiced so much doing it. I do a lot of guided meditation. I have that I use.
Mhm.
But also for me, now when I do it, I automatically just close my eyes. It's so out of habit. I'm good for 10 minutes, 10 or 15 minutes. I'm good.
10 to 15.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna keep that in mind. I'm doing pretty good with the three. So now I gotta
Yeah.
get to five. And then from 5 to 10, huh?
You
Baby
can do it.
steps.
You can do it. You can do it. I'm telling you. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. Time is really going fast, Tina. Did you want to give away anything today?
So I do have these lovely water bottles here.
Ooh, they are
Okay. I have
beautiful.
two to give away. So you can just guide me on how you want to give those away, but I definitely have two for
All right.
that can have
Everybody
both.
who's listening tonight, this is the lovely Tina Cook. She is a poetic healer, motivational speaker, and a brand new published author. Hey, give us a call right now, 469-284-9922. And then we'll take it. The first person to call, they're going to get a nice water
Yes.
bottle. It's very nice. I can see myself styling that.
And you can stay hydrated. Water, tea, your beverage, it doesn't matter. It's yours.
How many ounces is that? About 20 or 30?
I think it's about maybe 16 to 20. Yeah.
Yeah. See, and that's good. You drink 2 or 3 of those, you're pretty good for the day of water, you know.
Good, right? Yes.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yes,
good
yes,
for the day.
are.
My phone is already starting to
Uh-oh.
go off. I'm gonna have my producer to answer that one because somebody just lit it
They're
up.
like, water
Yeah,
bottle, bring it
yeah,
on.
somebody just yeah, so I guess my producer would take that call in the other room, I guess there. But
Okay.
anyway, so another question here
Mhm.
about the book. How can they get a copy of your book?
So, yes, I'm going to
Mhm,
take my little tab out so they can see it. So,
mhm,
you can get this lovely book. I poured into myself on my
mhm,
website,
mhm,
which is teawithtina.com.
mhm,
And it's once it's fully released, it definitely will be on Amazon and all that. But right now, it's on my website, which is Tea with Tina, and I am
mhm.
so excited.
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait. You know, cousin, I've already ordered mine, so
You did, you did,
I'm,
you did,
yeah,
you did. You did the pre-order,
I
so
did
I'm
the
so
pre-order.
excited. And
Yes.
I guess I can, go ahead and let everybody know that
Mhm,
I have the big bulk of books. I'm gonna pick them
mhm,
up, and we're gonna do a virtual party probably one day next week, and then we're gonna ship everybody's books off. I think I sold about 75 books in pre-order.
oh, that's wonderful. That's really,
Yeah.
you're off to a really good start.
Yes,
That
yes.
is
So
really
excited.
great. I am so proud of you
Thank
guys. If
you.
anybody got any questions, you got any shout outs you want to give anyone?
You know what? First, I have to give you a shout out because
Me?
yes, I have to give you a shout out because
Mhm.
not only did you invite me to be a part of your show, but you have given me so many opportunities to put myself out there. You sent me recommendations. And not only that, you're my family and you have been like supporting me from day one. When Tea with Tina had one or two little posts on my Instagram, like you were right there going, yay!
Yeah.
And it's genuine love, and I know it, and I'm so so thankful. I mean, I have texted you, I've called you, we've talked, offline about okay, what should I do next? Should I do an app? Should I do this? Should I do a CD? What should I do with the meditation? And I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. So
You are more than welcome. I wish I could do more. Anything that I could do. I
no,
mean,
you're
you've
wonderful.
always been so smart, and
Thank you
from
so much.
just a great baby, a great little girl growing up. Always.
Thank you. And you're my soror. So come on. Come on now.
Yes.
So
So, I've always been cheerleading you when you pledged. I remember when you pledged. I didn't get a chance to come to the ceremony,
I
but
know.
if I had known in time, I would have been there. And then the next thing I know, you were graduating, and then you
Yes.
just been going up from there. So I've
Thank
always just
you.
Tina is such an extraordinary young lady,
Yes.
smart, beautiful, and so
Thank you
just
so
keep
much.
doing your thing. And we got a few minutes left, but before I go, I got to do what I promised. We're gonna give away
Okay.
this gas card. Everybody needs a little gas for the
Yes.
metro, for the vehicles to get around.
Please
And
do.
so,
Yes.
COVID, can't hold us down. We got to keep
No.
driving.
We gotta go. We gotta go. Yes. For
Go.
sure.
So I guess we're gonna take what the maybe the second person to get through the line. We're gonna do caller 2 469-284-9922. We're gonna give you a $50 Chevron
You
gas card
guys better get it.
to get you through the work week. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if anybody's listening, but we're giving it away right now. 469
Yay.
9922. You get a $50 gas card just for listening. And I don't,
Mhm.
there's a line, the producer. There it is.
Uh-oh. They're calling.
So
Oh my
hey,
goodness.
our time is just about up. I'm just
Yes.
so excited that we got a chance to do this together. And
Yes.
when is your next event on Facebook? I mean, no, Instagram, right?
So so on Monday, we'll have Move with Tina on Monday at 6 p.m.
Mhm,
And that
mhm.
typically goes from about 15 to 30 minutes. And then next Friday, I'll do my social distance party as well, which will be at 7 p.m. on Friday.
7 p.m. on Friday.
So usually on my stories, I remind the viewers of, the upcoming week as to what I have planned. So yes.
I wish I could be there, but I'm coming there next week. I'm
Yes,
coming to ATL, so
yes,
I'm definitely gonna
yes,
catch up with you for
yes,
sure.
for sure. We got to
So
see
we
each other.
we know you're on Facebook and you're on Instagram. Are you on any other platforms?
Those are the only two right now. Yes, just Instagram and Facebook. Tea with Tina as well. Yeah, both same name on both platforms. So
Tea
yes,
with
that's
Tina.
me. Yes.
And any other shout outs? I know you're a little boy. You got to say
You
that.
know, I'm gonna shout out my kids because they HC as I call them and Jonathan. They really have embraced me as I'm busy with Tina, and they're having a ball watching me, turn into this whole, business.
Phenomenon.
Yeah, they're excited. They're like, you wrote a book.
Yeah,
We did,
look at our mom, man. She's not just mom.
yeah.
She's an
So
author. She's a
yes, I
speaker.
want to shout them out, and I definitely want to shout out all of my followers. I love you guys. You're wonderful. And the tea shop, oh my God, like they really helped bring tea with Tina to life this year, because last year I was, as I say, I was playing around. I was doing tea parties once a quarter.
Mhm.
And this year they're like, look, you say you want to do this. Okay, you need to do it every month. You need to have a theme. Like, they are awesome. And Indulgers Cupcakes, which is a part of their tea shop, it's like a partnership. Those cupcakes are to die. And if you have been to Tea with Tina in person, you got to shout out Indulgers because they are awesome as well. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Oh, well, you're going to show me around a little bit if we have a time when we get to
Yeah,
Atlanta, especially these are teacups,
the cupcakes, the tea. Yeah,
cupcakes.
yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
so
you gotta
delicious.
get it. You gotta get it. We gotta go through
Trying
drive
to,
through. You gotta
trying
get
to
it.
lose a few pounds, cousin.
We'll walk it off. We'll do move with Tina. You'll walk it off. You'll be good.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
well, that's what we'll do. We'll walk it off.
you'll
So,
be good.
guys, this has been so much fun. We've been talking
I
with the beautiful
know.
Miss Tina Cook out of Atlanta, Georgia. She's doing great
Yes,
things. She's touching the community, just touching the hearts of so many
we
people.
have to.
So, I want to thank my producer, Miss
Yes.
Ramil. She's doing a
Thank
great job.
you.
Yeah,
Yes.
congratulations to our winner. Yes. Let's announce who that winner is. April Martinez. April Martinez. Woo!
April Martinez is one of my followers and my friends. Oh my Lord. She was. That's so funny.
Wow, she won the water bottle and the gas card.
You know what? Shout out to you, April, girl. You know